Greetings, fellow nerds. Welcome to another MTG NerdPhil video, and it's Friday, so you know what that means. Fan Submission Fridays. That's right, this comes from a subscriber who wanted to showcase a really intelligent deck that I would have never thought about, so I'm so glad that this is a thing. And if you want to participate, show the world what cool decks you've got lying in store that nobody's using, maybe CGB, Merchant, Power Dragon, those big YouTubers that, you know, you've got a deck and you really wish that you could play it, they would play it, but they just haven't thought about it. Well, you know this is the time to do it. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button down below, give this video a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, gives you a little bit of easier time finding me in the future. And again, that's how you participate, and you just drop a comment down below saying, hey, I want you to play this deck. Here's an Aether Hub link. So this one comes from Guess That's It's Then. Kind of a mouthful. And I'm excited. Abzan Enchantments. I would never thought about this. It's got like a little bit of landfall trigger stuff going on. Love it, playing extra lands, searching for those lands. Even like a bit of a counter. Like, it's a lot going on, and it's fantastic. So I made a couple changes with the user's permission, of course. I always ask too. If you want me to play it as is, I will. I'll not make any changes, but I was allowed to make some changes, and I'm excited to show you what we are working with. So, added a couple things, switched some numbers around, and because I'm trying to save my wild cards as much as I can, I had to, um, you know, figure out the land count as well, just a tad bit. But let me show you what we got. So I added Outset of Life's Bounty. This is a great creature because it protects a lot of stuff, and it's a 1-drop that just triggers all our enchantment reward stuff when an enchantment hits the battlefield. So decided to add that. Ephemia is great as well. It's an addition I added because I wanted a creature drop that also flies, which is great, and because if we get like board wiped, or we have to make some chump blocks, we can at least get rewarded with a 2/2. So really like Ephemia, and some of our sagas hit the graveyard, so there's that as well. Nessian Wanderer, I play this as well in Green White Enchantments. Great card, and it's probably even better in this deck than regular Green White Enchantments because we have a bit of a landfall theme. So love it, love it, love it. I added Banishing Light because it's my favorite card, my favorite enchantment. I think it's probably one of the best cards in a best of one, so I decided to add that, and it's an enchantment, so double win. Elspeth's Nightmare I have not used in a very long time. Great addition to this deck because it just does everything, but probably the most important step is step 3. Exiling is so important in this meta, so it's a really good addition in this deck. Ooh, someone is angry outside and honking. So guess that's it then. Had multiple copies of Dryad. I only have one copy, but I also feel like you only need one copy. You kind of have other things already triggering multiple lands, and making sure your land drops are there. So I think Dryad as a one of is fine. You could probably play 2, but I don't think you need more than 2, but I could be wrong. Set as in champion, no surprise here. Our draw engine. Archon is a great addition. I actually don't play this in green white. Maybe I should, honestly, but just lifelink and more bodies, fantastic card. So Felidar Retreat is our landfall reward. So even if we draw lands late game, we can still at least get a little something. So being flooded doesn't feel as bad. Binding of the Old Gods, and it's enchantment, and it gets land, and gives creatures death touch, which is actually important. So this card is fantastic in this deck. No surprise here. 3 Elspeth Conquers Death, a fantastic card. It exiles a thing that's really awful, makes control decks kind of shoot themselves in the foot a little bit, and step 3 is actually really good for our deck because we do play creatures. So yeah, it's a great card. I put the number down to 3 because we already have a good chunk of mid-range cards, and 2 of Vorinclex, which seems weird, but it actually makes a lot of sense, and it stops a lot of things in the meta anyway. I mean, we're getting counters from Felidar Retreat, so that's awesome, but it stops so many things. It stops Ugin, stops Sagas, it stops Maze Mind Tome. It's a fantastic card. So it's probably the most off card, but it still actually makes a lot of sense in this deck. So it's crazy good. For our lands, we got 2 plains, 2 swamps, 3 forest, 4 bright climb pathways, 3 darkborn, 4 branch loft, 1 triome. I would play more. I just don't have enough wild cards, but I did add Fable Passage because of all the Felidar retreats that we're playing. So yeah, I think it's pretty solid. Um, I think the one thing you have to be careful about in this deck is kind of figuring out how many early drops you need, how many mid game drops you need, because you could get run over by mono red really quickly. So that's why I added a couple more low drops with Euphemia and Alsa, just because, you know, mono red is just everywhere. So we gotta be careful. Opponent's going first. This is a tough keep, but I am gonna keep it. If we draw this is always the thing. If we draw a land, we're fine. If we don't, we're not fine, right? I mean, that's just, it is up to the whims of the MTG gods. So we drew a land, so we're good. Turn 2, play Euphemia. Turn 3, we can kind of do whatever we want. We kind of play to the opponent, right? So they're playing some interesting things. They're playing the shelter. Ooh, okay. So this actually is not bad. So I'm going to get rid of ECD. We're going to get a little rewarded here, actually. We're actually going to get a little rewarded here because we're going to play the Euphemia. And guess what? We got an enchantment in our graveyard. So this is why I added Euphemia. There's a little bit of a reward coming out of all our enchantment stuff. So, yeah, I would definitely put Euphemia in any sort of enchantment deck. It gives you a body. It's a form of pressure. It's a chump blocker. It can be what you need it to be in an enchantment deck, but it just gives you that extra flexibility. So I think they're playing Orzhov Cleric discard shenanigans. Okay, so they only have 1 target, which is Banishing Light, which is fine. I'm actually okay with this because we're gonna end up playing, you know, most of our stuff anyway. So this is fine. So of course we're gonna play Citizen Champion, and you know, them discarding again works in our favor because guess what? We're just gonna get another zombie. So take 4, unless you want to chump block. So to take 4, and then boom, another zombie. So yeah, Euphemia also counters kind of discard decks a little bit because we still, I mean, it's really good against like Mill. It's good against Rogue because it just provides constant pressure in a certain sense. So yeah, Euphemia doing great work here. Probably play Branch Loft and then Archon, just depending what's going on here. Was that the Hagra's Mulling or the Rogue? That was the Rogue. Oh, that's so weird. Okay, very interesting. Alright, we're discarding 2 cards. I'm actually going to discard the Archon. Seems weird, but I would rather have a 4th land. Guaranteed. Because then we'll be able to play most of our stuff. It's probably not the greatest of plays, but I think it's the correct play. Boom, there we go. See, playing your stuff, very, very important. So I'm just gonna play it, just get in for damage and trigger our champion here. Get the Wanderer. All right, I don't mind discarding the Wanderer. And then guess what? Boom, Elspeth's Nightmare, which was milled. So Euphemia is just doing crazy work in this deck. Nighthouse Gambit are actually not a bad pickup on their part. So we're going to play the Triome here. So no enchantments this time around. Bit of a shame, but nothing we can do. We just gotta hold our ground a little bit. And just kind of hope for the best. So we're playing against. Oh, it's actually. Oh yeah, it is Orzhov. I forgot about that. This is weird. Target creature gains protection from color of your choice. Interesting. Okay, I would have not suspected that, but yeah. I mean, of course, the Banishing Light would have been great to keep, but nothing we can do against this card. I mean, now the opponent, like, whatever discard cards they have in their hand is useless because we've played most of our stuff and we've gotten our rewards out of it. So, ooh, Banishing Light. Heyo. They also have one. Are they going to attack? They do not. All right. So this is actually huge because now the opponent has bad decisions to make. So because we have a second Citizen Champion, I am going to attack with our first one just to get in for more damage. Might seem like a bad idea, but the pressure is more important, I think. So, yeah. So, yeah, geez, Binding of the Old Gods is just really good in this deck. It's kind of insane. Okay. I feel like a Shadow of the Sky is coming. Extinction Event would hurt us, but we'd still be left with a Citizen Champion, which is a draw engine. Ooh. Okay. So take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. I think we win. Right? I mean, we didn't even draw an enchantment, but I can do math. I can do math. Yeah, but holy moly, Euphemia just took off in this matchup. Like, and that was the thing about being flooded. If we had a Felidar retreat, I wouldn't feel as bad. Of course, I felt bad because I was getting flooded. So actually, the Archon sure would have helped. Sure would have, you know, made a subtle difference. Oh, look, we get Reapers here. Reaper is kind of a weird card. I actually recently made, I think you check yesterday's video. Rakdos Berserker is one of the harder archetypes, and it was just so hard to figure out. And that card does not. It's too risky in that deck, honestly. But all right, we got one win. For a guess, that's it then. Let's try to see if we can get a couple more. We're going first. Love it. We're gonna keep. We are gonna keep. It's a bit of a risk, of course, but I think it's worth it. He says hello. Well, I'll also say hello to Mr. Rogue Deck. Maybe we'll get a chance here. Woof. All right, drew the land. More importantly, we drew the land to also play Elspeth's Nightmare turn 2, which is going to be really good against rogues. So we're looking really good. Perfect. Yep, you can mill me for 6 or 3. And no, we lost the Euphemia. Oh, that's so brutal. That is so brutal. All right, nothing we can do about it. Elspeth's Nightmare is going to do some serious work. I'll definitely get the Triumph. Attack in for 1. All right, I mean, we're pretty much set now. Oh, I'm so bummed we lost to Euphemia, though. Euphemia is like such a good counter to rogues. Oh, okay, we might. Okay, just don't mill our other ones, and we'll be good, honestly. I mean, we're chilling after that. Okay, okay. Oh! Oh, Drown in the Lock for sure. Oh, their hand sucks. We gotta take advantage of this. Alright. Like a Banishing Light. I think the correct play, though, is to... Oh, man, I don't have double white. Do I need double black or double green? I think it's double black, right? Probably double black. As tempting as it is to play the Euphemia, the Rune Crab's gotta go. Get a land. Okay, so cool. We found our white source. This deck is taking off. Like, I'm such a huge fan of the deck, honestly. Like, I might be geeking out too hard right now, but it's just a fantastic deck. So I think we're in a fantastic spot. Like, I really, really feel like we've just shot up so far in the lead. Glimpse of Freedom is fine. Okay, so whew, getting so rewarded, it's insane. We're gonna exile their graveyard. That's huge, huge. There's second white source. Okay, so I could play the Archon, but the correct play is actually Euphemia, because now we start pressuring our opponent like crazy. There's our land. Do I cycle? We'll see. I can decide later. And Euphemia is great because it also mills our own... Well, it gets rid of card of our own graveyard, so it starts making rogues' lives a little bit harder. Even if it's just by a little bit, every bit counts. Turn 3, these are all going to have Death Touch, so that's huge. So even if there's like a Thought Thief that wants to block an Ephemia, it's just not going to be great for them. Which they have, which is fine because we actually have Vanishing Light, so this is great. Oh gosh, they're going to be... Ooh. Oh, no. We can just play ECD for Loris. I think we have this. I really don't see how we lose from here, if I'm being frankly honest. I might be getting cocky, but, you know, I'm feeling great. We're not really any near lower. I would have loved more Ephemias just in case, but you know, we're gonna roll with. Yeah, we're feeling great, guys. There's another Ephemia, perfect. So there's that. So we're gonna do a couple of things here. Alright, I gotta see what our land count looks like. So I'm gonna put this for. Green, actually. So first off, see you later. We're gonna get a land. I might even decline here. Nah, that doesn't make any sense. What am I thinking? Yep, we're gonna attack here. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna make him sack the Wind Robber. Yep, that's fine. Get another land, which is great. And we will get rid of, I don't know, ECD, I guess. Yeah, our library, it's yeah, I wouldn't say it's thin. It's noticeable. We'll put it that way. It's noticeable, but I mean, our hand is just stacked. Yep, plays the Loris and then plays that. Makes sense. I might even try and bait out. Oh, okay. Now I don't have to bait. He's playing weird stuff. Like Limbs of Freedom was weird, but whatever. Okay, we draw land. Not necessarily what I want to draw, but that's okay. So for sure, ECD is coming in here. I'm just gonna get rid of the Loris now while I can. Like I'm just, you know, tempting as it is to play the Archon, just we're gonna solve the problem now. It's the correct play in my mind because the threat of Loris is so much more than the rewards of Archon, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's just how I value things because Loris just gets out of control really fast. So the sooner we get rid of it, the better. He might even trade here, which is fine because we have second Ephemia, right? So, and if he doesn't, then Ephemia sticks. Yep, so he went for the trade. I think that makes sense. Too bad for him. Get rid of more lands out of our hands. I don't know if I saw a pathway, but I might be out of basics. No, I have 2 basics. Alright, white source for sure. We're running a little low on those. And let's get rid of... That's Fast Nightmare, sure. Yep. Ephemia is a great addition to this deck. Just 100% down. I really don't see what they can do from here. I don't think they can even escape, right? Escape 5 others? Yeah, not even close. Ooh, okay. Actually rough. Actually rough. Oh, Soaring Thought Thief, yeah. Yeah. Except all our creatures have Death Touch. I even forgot about that. That's insane. So actually set this for white. Then attack. So even if he trades, that guy dies. That's crazy. Binding of the Old Gods is so much better in this deck. Like, all right. Unfortunately, we didn't draw a Felidar Retreat, so all of the lands we've been getting aren't like being rewarded. But hey, we're more likely to not draw into another land, right? So, I mean, I feel like we're good. Extinction Event does not save him. Well, I mean, he does it for even, and then we're left with a... Oh! Okay, I see you. I see you. I see you. That sucks. That sucks so bad. Ah, he thought he was safe. Sure, I'll draw in. I'll draw a card. Oh my gosh, this was just a beating. This wasn't even fair. Holy moly. This wasn't even fair. Wow, we were flooded anyway. Holy moly. Oh my gosh. Our opponent just took a beating to the face. Like, we just destroyed rogues. We said, no, you don't get to play rogues. Oh my gosh. You know, I'm gonna end it there. Those were kind of long matches, honestly, but gosh, this deck is... I'm probably gonna just play it again at some point for fun, but holy moly. That was amazing. Guess that's it then. I hope I did your deck justice. I hope you like the... I'm not gonna call them upgrades. You know, I'm just... These are suggestions. Best of one. I mean, best of threes are a very different environment, but this is how I mean, it was, I, look, it was great. It was great. So if you want to participate, if you want to have an awesome time like we just did, again, Fan Submission Fridays, you gotta hit that subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, all that stuff down below. And you know, a good chunk of you actually aren't a good chunk of you who are watching are actually not subscribers, so you know, just be part of the fam. This channel's been growing. Honestly, I never thought we would be passing 200 kind of the speed that we did. And I'm excited to do more as I move on to the next phase of life. I'll be doing like a vlog soon, just kind of updating you guys because there's been a lot that's going on. So, you know, I kind of want to just be open to you guys. So, hope you guys enjoyed that. Right now, up top is a video of my most recent upload. Right below that is a video that YouTube thinks you specifically like. So go ahead, check those out, explore the channel. And again, hope I will see you on the next Fan Submission Fridays. And I will see you all for your next NerdPhil.